what is the one action step that you would recommend to founders out there? Now, this is one thing that they have to do, before they get in touch with you, before they give you that first call or send you that first email. What is one thing that you look for without which you're not moving ahead with the company?
They absolutely have to have clarity on the problem they're solving and the direction they're going. That's if they cannot articulate the problem and the direction they're going, then there's nothing I can ever do to help them.
So let's talk about that a little bit more, because that this is such a basic thing, right? That it should be a no-brainer. It should be second nature to most founders out there. But when you say direction that they're going in, tell me a little bit more about what you'd like to see in that.
Yeah, so I'm going to use an analogy. We always talk about trying to figure out right from wrong, good from bad, black from white. Those are two ends of the ruler. If I'm standing on a ruler and I say, I'm going to the white end of the ruler, then I know exactly the direction I'm going. I don't know where. I know maybe I'm too much in the gray and I need to be more white, but at least I know the direction I'm going. But if you're standing on the ruler and you don't know whether you're going to the white end or the black end, then that's a really bad situation. Right. So for me, that's why, again, that path, that journey, if you know the direction you're going and what's important to you and what's important to the business that you're building, then you have clarity, and everything else is sort of mechanical. But if you don't have that clarity of which direction you're going, then there's not much I can do. You have to have the ability to move forward, even when it looks like you're being pushed backwards, because you got to always stare at the white the light at the end of the tunnel, and know you're walking into the light and not back to the dark end of the ruler. So that's an analogy I use, and it's sort of a little Zen philosophical, but it's very it's a key thing that I look for in founders. And if they fight over it with the co-founders, that's a huge red flag.
Yep. No, absolutely. I completely understand what you're saying. And that sort of having that end result in mind, I think is a fantastic thing. You said, the white end of the ruler, that end point in mind, I think is very important for a founder or a founding team or even a management team in a business to have.
And it's I say it very glibly, but it's a hard thing to do, because it includes knowing yourself. It includes knowing your values, your ethics, your purpose, a lot of things. And that's something I don't see Silicon Valley talk about at all. They talk about what's my return on investment, and it really should be what's my return on effort. And because the founders are giving their all, and if they're giving their all, then we should be giving their all, our all too, to help them.
Yep, absolutely. And I think this is such an important point. One thing that I want to get your perspective on is that end goal. I've heard some founders say that it's to make money. And that always sort of, that's a cringeworthy moment for me in a conversation. But what do you think of, money as being the end goal or something that they're chasing after?
Yeah, so people can articulate their goal as money, but if they misunderstand that money is just a scorekeep and it doesn't mean anything to your ethics, your values, and what you're going for, then it is cringeworthy, because somebody could compromise their ethics to chase a dollar and cause legal action or criminal action in a company because they lied. Like, look at Theranos. Right?
Yeah.
Theranos, they were chasing money, clearly, and bilked a lot of people out of billions. That's just wrong. And so,
absolutely.
It's money. Saying I'm going to build or exit when I get to this point, that's sound financial planning, but it has nothing to do with what success looks like.